So good morning. Thank you for joining me. Day 4 in the garden in a row. Yes, it's going to be a hot one today, so be mindful of yourself. Okay, a little bit of a hips and hamstrings awakener this morning. So we're going to start standing at the top of your mat. I'll stand this way so I can see you, or you can see me rather. And just give the shoulders a roll and give the legs a little shake. Let's waken the body up. Okay, and then take the feet so they're hip distance apart, toes are facing forwards. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, take them back and relax them down, palms face forwards. And see if you can close the eyes. Just take a moment to drop in. Allow for the spine to lengthen, the feet to drop down into the ground. And just notice your body, notice your breath. And then let the feet sink a little bit heavier. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart, opening the eyes. Okay, with an inhale, soften your knees, take the arms out wide, palms face up, reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands into your heart. And take that 2 more times, so inhale. Bringing it in with the exhale. And last one. Okay, this time inhale, reach it up. And then take the arms back out wide, soften your knees, send the bum back and come into a forward fold. And with an inhale, come up halfway. We're going to move through these quite quickly to warm the legs up. So exhale, send it down, soften the knees, push through the feet and then straighten up, reach up to the sky. And exhale to bring it in. So inhale. Exhale, dive it forward, soften your knees. Inhale, lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine in your halfway lift. And exhale, send it down. Soften the knees as you push through the feet, bring it all the way up to standing. And exhale into your heart. And do one more. Diving forwards. Straightening the legs on your inhale. Upper body parallel to the ground, send it down, and then push through the feet, take it all the way up. And exhale, hands into the heart. Okay, so just adjust your feet. We're going to do that again, but we're going to hold it down, so start to lengthen the hamstrings. So inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive it forward, slow it down. Feel your body moving. And then inhale to a halfway lift, and we're going to pause this time. So see if you can start to root down through your feet and bring your hands onto your hips. So the tummy's going to lift. And we want to prevent the kind of the shoulder round. So can you start to draw your shoulder blades together? And see if you're looking forward and straightening your neck. Can you turn your gaze downwards and lengthen through the back of your neck? Heels are rooting down, hamstrings warming up. And then see if you can just lower it down just a smidge. It's a technical word there. Just a smidge. So we start to get a little bit deeper into the hamstrings. And then we're going to slide the hands down the legs, soften your knees. Coming into a forward fold, wherever you reach, take a hold of the elbows. And see if you can bring your chin to your chest. And have a dangle. So wherever you feel the sensation in your body to move, let it move. So if that's your hips, if it's your ribs or your shoulders, maybe it's your head, you want to release the neck. So just see what works for you. Just take a couple of slow breaths. And then find some stillness. And we're going to bring the hands down to the ground. So bend your knees if you need to. So feet are hip distance apart, feet into the ground. So if you can bring your fingers to the ground, maybe you have a cushion you could lift up to, maybe your hands rest on your shins. And then it's almost like we're going to paint a rainbow around our feet. So that's semicircle. So you can trace the ground with your fingers, or you can kind of hover mid-air depending on how your legs are feeling. But very slow. So just inviting a little twist. And when you come round to the right, we're going to pause. See if you can soften and find a bit of space in your left side. So into your left ribs, the left hip. Breathing into that area. And then swoosh it round to the left and pause. So it's almost like you're drawing the right hip back a little bit so you can open up into the waist. And then bring it back through center. Let yourself fold down, let the head go. And then inhale to that halfway lift. And then soften your knees, send it down. Push through your feet and rise all the way up to standing. And exhale to bring the hands into your heart. So just pausing, feel your feet on the ground, let everything sink back down. And then we're going to step the right foot in front and across the left foot. So let me show it from this side. So we're crossing the legs. And so your right foot's slightly further in front of the left. So we want all our weight really to push down through that left foot. This right foot's just kind of there to keep you steady. So pushing into your left big toe. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist and lean over to the right side. If this doesn't feel good in your shoulders, you can bring the right hand down and reach up through the left. So your choice. But we'll pause. So really push down through your left foot. Soften your shoulders, and we're breathing into the left side of the body. So you start to get a stretch into the ribs, the waist, and into this left hip. Maybe down into the side of your left leg as well, your IT band. Let's take one more breath here. And then push through your feet. Exhale to bring your hands to your hips. And from here, we're going to hinge forward to that halfway lift. So we want to make sure that we're not pushing into this back knee. So you might want to walk your right foot forwards a touch and start to fold it forwards. Pushing into the big toe on your left foot. See how that feels. The tummy is drawing up, the spine is lengthening. And from here, so you might stay here, this might be enough, or you might have space to start to fold down. You might rest your hands on the shins, or your fingers might reach the ground. Let the head go if you can. And just as we did before, so we're going to walk the fingers over to the right and take a little bit of a reach through your left fingers. And it might be that you're reaching away from your body, or your fingers might be on the ground. Just intensifying that stretch in your left hip. And then switch, take it over to the right, to the left, sorry, reaching through the right. Breathing into the right side of your body. And then walk it back through center. Slowly come up halfway. And then roll all the way up to standing. And very carefully uncrossing that right foot. And just give the legs a little shake. And we'll take it to the other side. So we're going to cross the left foot in front of the right. So toes are facing forward if you can. Weight down through that right leg. So we're going to inhale, reach it up. And this time we're going to lean over to the left. So whether you hold your right wrist or whether you have your arm lowered. See what option feels best for you. But breathing into the right side of the body, getting into that right hip. Push through your feet, lift it up, hands come down to the hips, hinging it forwards to halfway. Tummy's engaged, spine is lengthening. And then with an exhale, slowly start to fold it forward if that's in your body today. Maybe the hands rest on the legs if you feel stable, or fingertips to the floor. But just make sure you're not pushing into that back knee, so maybe just walk that front foot forward a touch. Let the head hang if you can. And we walk the fingers over to the left, reach through the right fingertips. Let something soften. And then over to the opposite side, reaching through the left fingertips. Pushing into your right big toe. And then back through center. Inhale halfway, bring your hands to your hips. Chin to the chest as you roll all the way up to standing. Uncrossing the legs. Give them a shake, give the shoulders a roll. Have the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, softly dive forwards. Inhale to find your halfway lift. And exhale, send it down. Notice how your legs are feeling now. Bend the knees as you come up to rise, reaching up to the sky. And exhale, hands come into your heart. Pausing here. Let the feet sink down, the shoulders come away from the ears. Closing the eyes. See if you can lengthen the spine as the feet root down. Noticing your breath. Noticing your body. And taking something positive into the rest of this glorious day. So we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your day, and see you tomorrow. Cheers.